Hello and welcome to the Indigo Room. We are discussing tonight thoughts and feeling. This is day 8 of our 30 days, our day 8 check in of assuming it real, acting as if, praise, and thanksgiving.
Welcome to the Indigo Room. Serenity ahead.
Here we go, it's the indigo. Sending the best and bliss, yes, so let's go. Bringing brainwaves to a higher plane. Manifest your world, shaking the mundane. Shift thought, make moves inspired. Change self-worth for words, taking you higher. Bring forth your serenity. Forget words like destiny. Cause the path you choose is up to you. So make your move to find the way in you. Touch the sky or mellow high, and spirits rise and winds of change. So yes, I invite you. So come on through. See how we do in the Indigo Room, yeah.
Welcome to the Indigo Room.
Hello, welcome back to the Indigo Room. I am your host, Sydney Chase, and this is where we discuss all things spiritual. And by that, I mean that we are non physical spiritual beings having physical human experiences. Life is supposed to be good, it's supposed to be fun, and sometimes it gets wicky wacky. It's all spiritual to me. Hi, welcome back. Hello, my friends, family. Hi, Linda. Hey, Barb. Funke's in the house. Hi, 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 hi. Welcome back. So I hope you had a good day yesterday. Yeah, I'm live. I said I wasn't going to be live today. I wasn't going to be live yesterday. But here I is. I was busy working on my stuff, working on my videos and things, and so I didn't get to, Anyway, I'm here live. Yay! I am so glad to be back with you guys. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'll do it live every night. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Tomorrow I may not. I don't know because I have an interview tomorrow and it's like in the evening at 6 o'clock, so I might be worn out. I don't know. But I'll be here somehow, some way. May not be a whole, long show, but I will be here. So I want to just again congratulate you all for sticking it out. This is day 8. We're going to be doing our check-in, and tonight we're talking about your thoughts and your feelings. Are they a match? What do I mean? What do I mean? Well, if your thoughts and your feelings are not a match, you may not necessarily get the results you want. So we're going to talk about checking our feelings as well as checking our thoughts and how to get them, on the same playing field, at least on the same vibrational tone, so that as you're moving through your experience, you will be able to catch when your thoughts are going, derailing, and you're on the wicky wacky train to hell, and the train is going off the track. You sliding over to the left, or maybe you're sliding over to the right. But we want our train to stay pretty much as best we can, heading in the direction that we want it to go. Hey, Yaz Gold, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. Okay, so one of the things that I have around my house to remind me, and I was just looking at this tonight, and I was like, there. What would it feel like? Ask yourself this question. You can post this question around your, living space. What would it feel like if this thing, whatever it is, if it were true, Or there's another question you could ask: what would the feeling feel like if I were free of this thing, right? So if there's something that you're trying to, maybe you're trying to lose weight, what would you feel like? Like, I want you to get the understanding of this whole feeling part, because a lot of times you think, oh, I would feel fabulous, I would feel great, I would be like, ah. I know when I lost the weight that I really wanted to lose a couple years back, I started gaining some of it back recently when I started working for that place that shall not be named right now, Amazon. When I started working at Amazon, I started to gain my weight back because I wasn't eating the way I used to eat, right? Because it's very difficult to it's kind of difficult to stay on a really healthy diet, because they have all kinds of snacks around, and and when you're hungry, and you're moving and you're moving all for 10 hours a day, sometimes you need a little pick me up. Next thing you know, you're eating a candy bar, or macaroni and cheese, or a donut, or 2 or 3. And you come home and you don't feel like cooking, and so you order a pizza. But anyway, I digress. This is not about me, this is about you. So one of the things that I remember was, when I actually hit my goal weight, right? I had put this in my spirit, right? And I wanted to get down to the weight that I was when I was 18, which I did. Okay. And then I realized, that was a little too skinny. I needed a little bit more poundage on there. But when I was initially visualizing myself at that weight, I was like, oh yeah, I would be feeling great. I would be like, oh, so excited. However, when it actually did manifest for me, when I did actually drop the weight that I wanted to drop, it was just, I don't even think I really noticed it. I mean, I noticed it because of my clothes, right? My clothes were a little bit more baggy, like this sweater right here. But it wasn't like, oh, look at me, I'm so excited, blah, blah. Some people did say, girl, you look great, right? Or you look fabulous. But it wasn't, for me, it was, oh, okay, I did it. I was really calm. I wasn't like jumping around. I wasn't like, all excited and crazy. And, it was just a very calm feeling, like, wow, you did it. Go ahead. You look fabulous. So sometimes we think that the feeling that we would have would be way different than the feeling that we have right now. And what I'm trying to say is it was different, but it was calm. It was a peaceful feeling. I was glad that I lost the weight. It felt good, but it wasn't like, oh, yay, woohoo. I didn't have a party, I bought new clothes. I went shopping. That felt nice, but it wasn't an over the top feeling. That's what I'm trying to get to you. It wasn't an over the top feeling. It was a feeling of expectancy. It was a feeling of feeling good, but it wasn't like, let's have a party kind of feeling. So sometimes your feeling could be just like borderline insane, right? Like way over the top. But if you think about it right now, think about a time, like maybe you're working on manifesting money. Think about a time when you just paid all your bills, right? You just knew you had the money in the bank. It just was something that you knew you had. There was no angst about paying the bills. There was no anxiousness. There was no excitement It was just calm. Okay, I got to write these bills. I know I got the money. I know I have the money in the bank. Let me just go write these bills right now. Now, maybe you felt good and you felt proud of yourself because you did something. You're adulting, right? And you're taking care of yourself, and you're paying off your bills. You're paying off your debt, and it felt good to do so. That is the kind of feeling that you really want to have manifesting. I mean, have in your imagination when you are manifesting something. Like when I was talking about manifesting my money having to deal with the hospital and having to manifest that $50,000. I didn't go into my imagination or my thought process going, woo, I paid the bill. It was just, listen, matter of fact, this has to be done. This has to get done. And I was very calm when the hospital called. I wasn't over the top with it, but I wasn't depressed and sad and all of that either. It was even. It was poised. I was unbothered by it all. So sometimes we can get into our imagination and bring this feeling of excitement. And excitement sometimes feels exactly like fear. If you think about it, right? You get butterflies in your stomach. It has the same sort of vibratory feeling. So a peaceful, a calm feeling is much more where you want to get to when you are in your imagination. This is the way it's supposed to be. This is how I'm supposed to roll. You can demand it, sure, but you want to be in a demanding of calmness. If you think about nature, right? Plant a seed in the dark, in the dirt. You don't know what's going on in there, right? If you dig it up, then the seed is not going to grow. But you plant the seed in the dirt. And the seed now is doing its thing with the dirt. God is handling all of that. If you get all excited and start, I don't know, how is the seed doing? Oh my God, I'm so excited. I planted seeds. Let me go dig it up and look. And you do that every day. How long do you think that seed's gonna last? Just think about it. How long do you think that seed is gonna last? Is it gonna grow? I mean, it might eventually if you just leave it alone. But if you're so excited and over the top excited about this new garden that you have planted, and you go in there and check on the seeds every day. You dig the seeds up to see how they're doing and cover the back up. Then you go back there tomorrow. Or maybe you do it 3-4 times a day. Let me go check the seeds. Let me dig them up. Who does that? Nobody. No one. Why? Because we know that if we plant the seed, you have to leave it alone and allow it to grow, to take root, to start to be able to shoot up out of the dirt. And it's a shoot, right? It's a seedling at first. And when we are manifesting, or when we are in our imagination and we're working on manifesting, your feeling should be one of surety, should be one of peace, should be one of calm. It should be one of, really, you're unbothered by it all. So you're poised, you're unbothered, you're calm. Now, in it, you may be, doing something, and maybe maybe a friend is visiting you and you're so happy to see them that you haven't seen them before. Sure. Okay. So you're happy, right? It's not an over the top happy, unless you haven't seen them, since you were 5 and now you're 97. then maybe it might be over the top. But we want to get in, we want to get to a place of surety, right? In your feeling. You want to get a place, you want to get to a place of calmness. You want to get to a place of poise. You want to get to a place where you know that this is manifesting. So when we ask, or when Neville has asked, what would this feel like? We're really talking about what would the air feel like for you if you were in a different city than you are now? What would the ground feel like? What would the car that you're driving feel like to you in your hands? What does that all feel like? Yes, you can feel great, you can feel excited, I mean, happy, you can feel good, but you know, you don't want to just make it so over the top. That's all I'm trying to say. Does that make sense to everybody? So your thought now, okay, so let me back up a little bit. So now if you have wiki wacky thoughts, right? So our thoughts sometimes can generate a feeling. Well, they often do, right? So you thought about something, you had a thought about something, and then you find out, oh my God, that does not, I don't like that feeling that this thought generates. And the reason why you have a thought and a feeling that um, generates that feeling is because made perfect sense. Okay. Barb said that made perfect sense. Did it make perfect sense to everybody else? Because a lot of times I think we may get confused with, what does it feel like? And when Neville's talking, what does it feel like? It's like you want to make it so that it's like your reality, right? So if you've never ever had $1 million before, let's say, right? You might feel like, oh my God, I have $1 million. That might be a feeling, sure. However, when you're manifesting, what does the feeling of having that type of money generate for you? Is it a feeling of freedom now? What does freedom feel like? You don't have any obligations. All of your obligations are paid. What does the pen feel like as you're writing out the checks to pay off your debts? As you're writing a check to give to a friend or family member? As you're writing off the checks to send to the mortgage company or to the rental company? What does that feel like, right? What does the air feel like? Is it winter? Is it spring? Is it summer? Are you sweating, right? Or maybe you're in Bali writing checks because you got on a plane and you said, yeah, I'm out of here, right? So what does that feel like? What does that part of your reality feel like? Like right now, this part of my reality in my space, it feels a little warm. I got the sweater on, the heat's up, it feels warm, right? It's cold outside, it's winter, it's night, and I feel comfortable. I feel at ease. I don't have anything bothering me right now. So you want to try to get into that feeling space and then be in the assumption of the wish fulfilled. Could be that it's Christmas. What is it? Is it a holiday time? Make that time now. Maybe you're planning a trip to go someplace during the holidays this year, during the Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday this year. Make that time now in your thought process, but feel the crispness of the air. Feel the feeling that you have when you're going to visit your family and friends for Thanksgiving. Well, if it feels good. Now, if it don't feel good, then don't put that in your thought process. Change that feeling. Make it feel something that's something joyful, something happy that you want to do. But try not to get too into that overexciting overexciting because you kind of going over it. All right. So now you've got wiki wacky thoughts, right? Because the more you do this work, the easier it will be to catch your wiki wacky thoughts, and it won't take you so far off the train track of what it is that you want to be, do, and have. Like for me, where I was working, in the department that I was working in, I often, dealt with people who just got on my last daggone nerve, right? And so because the way I work, I normally would work by myself. I have my own desk and I do my own thing. And the people that were in my department, they all had their own little areas. And then, you would interact with them and, they pop up on you and you pop up on them. And sometimes, you pop up on somebody that's just has a disagreeable spirit, right? And I don't expect everybody to like me. I don't expect everybody to love me, but I do my best to be agreeable, at least at my job. Because I'm there 10 hours a day. So that means I'm with you more than I'm at home. Okay. So I'm doing my best to be agreeable, at least, right? Somebody that you can work with. And sometimes you meet people that you just, whatever, personalities clash, or, and many times I would catch my own thoughts, right, in my head, which is where your thoughts are. Have my own thoughts, and I'm going, oh, she gets on my nerves. I don't know why she got to be like that. Oh, wait a minute, because now I'm starting to feel agitated. I have picked up somebody's energy. It might not even be mine because I didn't come in there like that today, right? So now I have picked up some energy that maybe it's not even my energy that I've picked up. I've just picked up on energy that's around me, right? So now I got to catch my own thought. And if I keep rolling with that thought, if I keep rolling with that one thought, it will start to manifest into other thoughts, into other times because thoughts manifest, right? One thought will manifest into another thought. So you are manifesting whether you believe it or not, right? You're creating whether you believe it or not. A lot of times people say, well, I'm not a good creator. I'm not a manifester. You're always manifesting. Always. Because one thought creates another thought, creates another thought. So you're manifesting thoughts all day long. So just number one, you're a manifester, period. Stop, okay? So one thought will manifest another thought that may have had nothing to do with what's going on right now. Because now this disagreeable person that I'm thinking about I have now created more thoughts about other stuff that, I felt disagreeable about. And I'm going on the wiki wacky train and it has nothing to do with this person. It's something totally like just outside of here it's not even from work now. It could be from 10 years ago because, that energy feels the same. What? So now you catch yourself and you go, whoa, wait a minute. That's the same. It has the same type of feeling. And if you can catch those thoughts, you can change them. You can change those thoughts right in the middle of that. And that's why it's really important to know sometimes if that's your energy or if you're picking up somebody else's energy. Because you want to make sure that your thoughts and your feeling and your energy, your thoughts and your feeling create the energy. And you want to make sure that they're on point all the time, that they're even. Because if I'm thinking about good things as best I can most of the day, all of the day, then I'm going to feel good. And if I'm going to feel good and I'm thinking good, good feeling thoughts, typically now I'm at a match. And then you can start to generate more manifestations easier and quicker. But if I'm thinking, oh, I have $1 million, and in my feeling, I want to beat everybody's behind every time I turn around, those feelings and wicky wacky, energy is not a match. So my manifestations are going to take a hard time sometimes. It may take longer, it may take a harder time to show up for me. So catch the feelings that you are having as they're bubbling up, because your thoughts are the indicator of what you're feeling. Your thoughts are not the ones that create the feeling. You already have the feeling. You may not be having it right this minute, but the thought is letting you know, hey, guess what? I know you thought you wasn't feeling, disagreeable, but you kind of sort of are. And so you have an opportunity to change your thought, right? So that you can generate a better feeling. I know that sounds really convoluted, but does that make sense to you? Does that make sense? So the more you do this, the more you become more self-aware. You know thyself. You understand, okay, I might have picked up somebody else's energy, so I need to change my thought process, right? I'm not. I don't like the way that thought and that feeling. I don't want stuff that I don't want to manifest. That's why oftentimes people say, "Well, I wasn't even thinking about that. How did that manifest?" Because you have that energy already. It's already there, and you may not have been thinking about that specific person, maybe you would, or that specific situation, but you were thinking and feeling these thoughts at some point. And a lot of times, because it takes a while for the manifestation to show up, right? You don't even realize what you planted with that wicky wacky energy if you never changed it. It's growing. It's got to go somewhere. It's got to come up at some point. And it may not even come up as something that you specifically consciously created. You wasn't thinking about that consciously, but it's in your spirit. It's in your energy. So it's always good to check your thoughts and check your feelings and see if they're a match. If they're not matching, if I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm always going to be broke. Oh my God, I'm always going to be broke. I'm always going to be broke. But I really, really, I'm going to get into my imagination and feel love and feel this wonderful man or woman coming into my life, and they bring their brokenness with them because you're a match, right? You're a match. And you say, well, I wasn't thinking about, having a man that was broke. Okay. But that's what you was feeling. And you are feeling and speaking through here. And your feeling is really the creator or the manifestor, the vibrator. So you want to try as best you can to get the feeling and the thought to match. Okay. Check-in time. Does that make sense to everybody? Everybody. Yas Gold said yes. Okay. Barb said yes. Funke said yes. Yas Gold said yes. Linda said yes. Okay. So that last part made sense as well. Just let a sister know. And one of the things that I often find very helpful is, again, journaling, right? And just writing down what I'm feeling, and then even asking spirit, well, how can I change this feeling? How can I change this thought? And you will get some sort of hunch. Sometimes you may not want to do it either. Because I know when I was dealing with these wicky wacky people at my job, sometimes I would be led to say, you got to bless them, Sydney. But I don't bless them. They take it. And what you resist persists, right? So if you resist it, it's just going to keep coming up again and again and again and again until you do something about it. So you will always get a message from spirit as to what you can do to um, get your thoughts and your feelings to be a match. So how do you know what you're thinking and how do you know what you're feeling? Just think of a subject and feel your way around it. Like, how do you feel about this person that's causing you annoying vibrations at work that makes you think about putting them in a box and shipping them out to Idaho? What is it? And it could be something from something that has nothing to do with that person. It's just their vibration, right? Their energy is making you relive something that already happened and it was in your experience and you never really did anything about that. Now, that doesn't mean that your manifestations are not going to come. It's just going to be what your manifestations are going to show up based on what you are feeling and thinking. So the man may come. He may not be a good match for you, or the woman may come. They may not be, what you think is a good match for you, but you always attract what you are. Always. You can't attract what you're not. So if you're not having abundant thoughts, you're not going to attract abundant. If you're not having abundant thoughts and feelings, you're not going to attract abundance. If you're not having loving, joyful, I'm adored, I'm loving, type feelings, you're not going to attract someone that wants to be in your space, and you're going to attract disagreeable people. But if you're thinking, oh, I want to have a loving person, but in here you're going, I can't stand these people. You're going to attract someone who is your dominant feeling, not your dominant thought, your dominant feeling. So you could say, I am in love with this man or woman all day long, all day long, all day long. You can picture it, you can visualize it all day long. And you will attract someone, but you're going to attract what your dominant feeling is. So if your dominant feeling is, I am broke, I'm feeling broke, or money makes you uneasy, or you feel viscerally afraid about, not having enough, if you feel lackful all of the time, you could say, I have $1 million until the cows come home, but you're going to keep attracting brokenness. And even if you win the lottery, you will be broke quite soon. Does that make sense? I hope so. Barb said, I do this, especially lately on my job too. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. People are, for me, sometimes, well, they used to be, they're not as bad right now. The biggest challenge for me, right? Dealing with different personalities that don't necessarily vibrate as me. But then I don't want everybody to think like me anyway. I don't want everybody to be like me. Okay? What kind of world would this be if everybody thought like Sydney? Just have people walking around going like this all day long, right? That's not what I want. But I do want to be around people who have an agreeable energy at least. And so I want to check myself because I'm attracting this person. This person's in my experience. They're causing me agita. I've attracted them because I'm in here, right? So I have to do the work and look and go inside. And often, there's times, not often, but there are times when I'm be like, I don't want to do that. They're the ones that are disagreeable. They get on my last nerve. She's just the way she looks and how she that. It's always me. It's always me. I always have to do the work. Barb says, I attracted 2 job offers after deciding I wasn't going to look for a job. Someone just has to come find me, and it happened. Right. But you decided you wasn't going to look for a job, but you still wanted the job, right? Is that what you're saying? I just want to make sure I'm clear. You attracted 2 job offers. Did you want a job or you didn't want a job? You wanted a job, right? Well, you definitely attracted something that you wanted, it seems to me. So, how is everybody doing? How did you do today? How did your day go today? Were you able to stay in the wish fulfilled? Were you able to do some meditations? Did any of you journal? Did you uh, get in your praise and thanksgiving? How did you do your praise and thanksgiving today? Okay, she said yes. Gotcha. 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 Did you do your praise and thanksgiving? Did you have some challenges? And if you had some challenges, what were your challenges? Let's bring that up, because if you had some challenges, maybe somebody else had the same challenge, and we can all, encourage each other and help each other, lift each other up. Let's lift us up where we belong. Both jobs. Yes. Okay. Cool. 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 So if we didn't have any challenges, if everybody did great and wonderful this week, that's perfect. I mean, today, then we can roll up out of here, right? I just want to give it a minute because there's a delay in the chat. Like I get your chat a little bit of a delay after I have asked the question. Yas Gold said, I stayed in the assumption most of the day. Good, 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 good. Funke says, I'm glad you're talking about feelings and thoughts. I needed to hear this. You're welcome. I asked Spirit what I should talk about today, as I do every day, because I don't have like a plan for these 30 days, right? It's not something that I sat here and I created a whole outline and we're going to talk about this day, this, that. No, I go with what Spirit says. I said, well, Spirit, what are we talking about today? And that came. So Linda said, today was a little tough. I wanted to go out and cut back some plans and I got ready and then my body said no. Okay. Me too, Funke. And your body said no. Was it cold by you, Linda? Because it was very, very cold here today. And I experienced that as well. And what I found was because it was really cold the last 2 days, and I found that my leg was really stiff and giving me some pain up and down in my leg. And so I just had to not stay on it too much today. Some challenges. Today is my only day off, tired, can't get everything done, but that turned it around. And then my Create My Day journal by Miss Sydney Chase arrived. Woo! Right. I forgot. That is such a win for me. I was so excited when you sent me that, when you sent us in the group that message, because I still haven't gotten mine yet. They said now it's not coming till the 15th. I don't know why. That doesn't even make any sense. I have no idea. But I'm expecting it to come eventually. Linda said it warmed up to about 50, but it was still damp. Yes, my hip and knee was stiff even after stretching. Mine too, today. And yesterday, actually, the past 2 days. It was very stiff. I had, even after I did my yoga, it was really still stiff. So I'm working on that. I'm working on my body leg thing in the back. And I'm doing my my affirmation that, I keep that handy, and I keep focusing on that piece as well. Oh, okay. Um, Troll in the house. You must have manifested a speedy delivery, Barb. Absolutely. You did. It's 12 degrees. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not 50 here no more. It got cold in New York City. We're in the low 30s. We're supposed to have a nor'easter coming through. I don't know, but today was warmer than yesterday, but it was still cold. And I walked to the store today in my neighborhood, and my store was closed. And I was getting ready to turn home because, I really, my leg was stiff. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep walking. And so I wound up walking. I did a nice long walk today. And I came home, I was tired. But it felt good to just, stretch my legs and get some fresh air and walk around my neighborhood a little bit, which I haven't been doing lately because of, the thing. And that, so many things have closed up and so many different businesses have closed up. And I'm deciding that they're all coming back. So I have places to walk in my neighborhood. But I wanted to just remind you all, if you haven't already, to visit visit the Amazon link in the chat. It will take you to the Create My Day journal and planner. And that's something that I'm finding very useful, especially if I have a lot of things that I want to get done. Not that I'm finding it useful. It's something that I always do. I've been doing this for years, and I have, two sides. It's what I intend to do for the day, and then I put, stuff on the God side. And a lot of times I wound up putting a whole lot of stuff on the God side and, give myself, 4, 3, 4, 5 things to do. And it makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel good that I got these things done. And as I move, if I get those 5 things done, then I go ahead and I'll pick up something, and I'll have a little bit more free time to do the other thing that, that I really wasn't going to do today. It's a really good, useful tool. It has instructions on how to use the journal and the planner. It's $11.11. It's called Create My Day. I am waiting now. I added 3 more different colors so you can have a variety to choose from and different designs. So they are available on Amazon. Well, one is available on Amazon. The other 3, I'm waiting for them to be in review, and then I have to order them. They'll probably, maybe that's why I didn't get that one, because I'm waiting. It's waiting for the other 3 to come. And then you'll have a whole year of journals ready for you to be able to create your day, plan your day, and include spirit. See, this journal makes sure that you are including spirit every day. I include spirit all day, every day in my experience. I'm like, okay, God, what do we do? I send God out ahead of time. Mighty Spirit, go out in front of me, right? Especially if I'm going shopping. Mighty Spirit, go out in front of me. Go out in front of me and find the best deals. I'm not lying. And make sure that I'm a good steward of my money while I'm out shopping today. Make me find the best deals. Help me find the best deals. I only want to find the best deals for myself. And inevitably, I will. Sometimes I'll find items that nobody can find because God says, oh, look over here, right there. Look, right. There it is. Grab that up. Or I'll go to a store and I'm thinking, oh, I should go to this store. And then Spirit says, nope, don't go there. They don't have it. Go to this store. That's, again, following Spirit, following your intuition. So you can definitely use God, spirit, in your everyday, all day, right? Give your spirit something to do because, it's unemployed. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you. You got an assistant. Give it something to do. Stay in your I am statements, stay in your thankful statements, find some affirmations that you can run over and over and over. Today, because I have an interview tomorrow, one of my statements was, I know I am one with infinite intelligence, and I know all I should know about JavaScript coding and programming. I know a lot, right? But I'm feeling a little anxious. So I am one with infinite intelligence. I'm using that, right? So that when I go to my interview tomorrow, I don't sound like a bumbling idiot. That I pass my technical interview. So there are so many ways that you can include spirit in your daily life. A lot of times people think that, you have to just be on your knees and in prayer all day long and, postulate yourself and go to church all day long. No, church is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You just got to activate it. Activate the kingdom within you. Okay? All right. So, Linda said, my journal is arriving on Thursday. See, y'all are getting on my nerves right now. Y'all are getting on my nerves, okay? Everybody's getting the journal except for me. And I'm the one who created the sucker. All right? Okay. Well, good for you, Linda. Congratulations. So Linda put the journal link in the chat. You can click the link, go ahead and purchase it. It's $11.11. It'll be a great, great gift for you to try, right? To use. See if you like it. And if you don't like it, well, you help the Indigo room. Okay? That's what you did. You helped the Indigo room with $2.22. All right, so I want to thank you all for joining me today. Keep up the good work. Continue to do your all of your steps and all of your challenges. Check yourself. These things are coming up for you so that you can look at what you're thinking and what you're feeling and see how you can include spirit in there, include spirit in your day, and give spirit the opportunity to help and guide and assist you, right? Help, guide, and assist you. And when you, again, move towards spirit, spirit will move towards you. It's a give and take kind of thing, right? Will never steer you wrong. It might come early like mine did, Linda. Sorry, Sydney. All right, I see what you did there, Bob. Remember who you are. Remember that you are source energy right here in a physical body. Remember that you can be, do, and have anything that you desire. And remember, it's not being extraordinary that makes you unique. It is your uniqueness that makes you extraordinary. I hope you have a great night. I hope you enjoy your sleep tonight. Remember to sleep in the wish fulfilled. Remember to stay in the assumption and act as if. And remember to give praise and thanksgiving before the manifestation shows up. Continue to do your praise and thanksgiving. And when you check the video, this one, after it's processed, if you are new to the channel and you don't know what it is that we're doing here, you can check this video here. This is where we started it all. And you can check the video for last night. It'll be right here. There goes this thing and the light. I don't know what the hell that is in my forehead here. And you can check the link here for last night's video. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, click click right here. So how are you using the assumption, assume it real, acting as if, and praise and thanksgiving? Let us know in the comments below if you had an aha moment. If there's something that you have a question about, you can certainly email me at the Indigo Room, Indigo Room 2 at gmail.com, or leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and I will definitely see you all in the next video. Have a great night. Bye.